Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be, well, 5 things that you need for your first Zumba class. Hold on, I've got to let it roll. Okay, so Earl's here. I don't know if he's actually going to help or if he just kind of wants to be in here, but so now we can actually get into this video of 5 things that you actually need for your first Zumba class. And this is based off of stuff that I wish I would have brought with me and stuff that I wish I would have had for my first Zumba class, as well as some stuff that I've learned over my 4 years of teaching and my 6 years of actually doing Zumba. So of course there are more, but I'm going to start with these 5. If there's anything you want to add, feel free to leave them down in the comments. Maybe I'll do another video of just yours. And so, and if you hear anything, like I said, Earl is in here and he's, every now and then he talks. So yeah, other than that, let's just jump right into this video. Okay, number 1, and this probably goes without saying, and that is water or Gatorade or something to drink. My first Zumba class, I brought a Gatorade with me and left it in the car. Not thinking, I was thinking, I won't need this in class, and we probably won't get any breaks I don't need it. Biggest mistake I've ever made. I will never make that mistake again. I always have something, rather it's a Gatorade or my bottle of water. Like, this is my 24-ounce bottle of water. If you've watched my videos for a while, you've seen this probably hundreds of times because I love this water bottle. And I can drink this whole 24 ounces in one class. So that's why that's my number 1. Number 2 is workout clothes. Like, my first Zumba class, I wore an old t-shirt and a pair of yoga pants. And I took my first Zumba class in June, so it was hot. And I didn't think anything of it. I thought, this works for workout clothes. I had one workout outfit. I probably should have worn it. Not thinking. I never went into that Zumba class again in yoga pants and a t-shirt. And of course, my workout clothes collection now compared to what it was then was one outfit compared to now that I have like probably 1,000. And you don't need what I have. Just something, like I said, I had one workout outfit. I got out of clearance at Old Navy and I should have worn it. I don't know why it did. But it doesn't have to be something expensive. It doesn't have to be something extravagant. It can be, I get a lot of my workout clothes from Walmart. It can be something like that. And I highly recommend workout clothes because the way you sweat in a Zumba class, if you're wearing yoga pants and a t-shirt, you are going to burn out. Especially if it's hot where you live anyway. Number 3 kind of comes off of number 2, and that is good shoes. Like, I love my Asics, and I did wear Asics my first Zumba class, but I only had one pair of them, and they were the ones I wore for everything, so they were a little ratty and a little worn out. I think I replaced those 2 months into my first Zumba class that I ever took, or 2 months into doing Zumba because I had to. I've also worn these. These are my Skechers, and I would not wear these. Anything, highly recommend. I don't care. It doesn't have to be Asics. It can be anything you want. It can be Skechers, but make sure they have laces that tie. These don't have ties on them. I've worn these to Zumba once. They slipped off in the middle of class. So yeah, just make sure they're good, high quality tennis shoes that actually tie. I've seen, over the years, I've seen people try to dance in flip-flops. Does not work. Please do not come into a Zumba class in flip-flops. I've seen people try to work out in Converse. Working out in Converse might be fine for other stuff, but for Zumba, you kind of need the tread. So just a good pair of work. I call it, most of the time what I get is running shoes. I get Asics running shoes. So, yeah. Number 4, and this might sound crazy, but you need low expectations of yourself. Too many people walk into a Zumba class and have such high expectations and think they're going to be able to do every move perfectly, and they're going to do it, and they're going to be able to get every routine, and I'm telling you that's not how it works. Some people can pick it up and do really good like that, like dancers. They can do that. If you don't dance like on a regular basis and you're not trained, you are not going to pick up Zumba my first class. I think I got some of it. I didn't get anywhere near all of it, and I think I stood there most of the time going, huh? What are you doing? Trust me, you pick up the choreo the longer you go. So don't go into your first class thinking, okay, I'm going to get this my first time, and then get really defeated when you didn't get it perfect, and you missed most of it, and you spent most of the time watching the instructor. Because that's what you're supposed to. The first class, you will spend most of your time watching the instructor, probably beyond confused of what are they doing and how do they do that. That's normal. And too many people come in with such high expectations of themselves and what they think they can do, and then when they don't live up to this, they don't come back. And the only way you're actually going to learn and get better with Zumba is if you keep coming over time and actually learn the routines and learn the patterns and stuff. So just remember, you can learn, you just have to keep coming back. It's not going to be, I went to one class and I had it and I know I don't have to go back. And it kind of goes into the same thing of, like, I on average burn 280 to 350 calories every class. And don't expect to burn that if you spend most of your first class standing there. Because I think my first class I burned like 150 calories because most of my first class I was standing there watching the instructor. And like I said, you get better. Don't have high expectations of all this stuff, because you're not going to lose 50 pounds by taking one class. You're going to have to keep coming and build up. And you will get better. And for anybody who's interested, next month I will be posting a video called Easy Zumba Modifications, because, yeah, that, and I've been modifying a lot with everything that's been going on in the past year and a half of my life. So I figured I would take some of those modifications and show them to you guys on here. That way, if you take a Zumba class, or if you're going to take your first Zumba class, when I teach, I try to show the modifications. When the woman that I learned from teaches, she tries to show the modifications, but not every instructor does that. So I'm going to show you some of the easy modifications you could do in that video. But that kind of went into my no high expectations thing, because you are allowed to modify. You don't have to do it perfect and do everything the instructor does. Okay, so number 5 kind of goes off of the no high expectations of yourself thing, and that is have a good attitude. Too many people, and a lot of people walk in with a really good attitude, and by the time we get to the second or third song, their attitude is completely beyond. It's just a bad attitude, because when it's your first class and you're not getting it, you think it's your fault, and it's not your fault. It's the fact that you've never really done it before, and it's something new, and you've got to learn how to do it. So don't come in with a don't come in with a bad attitude. And I've had a lot of people go from a really good attitude to a really bad attitude and leave in the middle of the class. You can't do that. And if you don't like the song, don't leave. that song doesn't continue for the rest of the class. It's one song. Trust me, I'm an instructor. There are songs that I absolutely love when I start doing them, and by the time I start teaching them, I'm so over them. But I remember it's one song. And whether you're an instructor or not, you need that good attitude, because that's part of what makes Zumba so fun, is the good attitude. And try to remember that Zumba is a judgment-free thing. I'm not, as an instructor, I'm not judging you for what you can and cannot do in my class, and nobody else that's in my class is judging you either. And too many people think everybody's judging them, and we judge ourselves enough. We don't need to judge other people in Zumba. Zumba is about having fun and about dancing and sweating, and it's just having fun in general. So those are my 5 tips for your first Zumba class. And water, workout clothes, good shoes. I think good shoes might be my favorite tip on here. Low expectations of yourself for your first class, because trust me, you're not going to be perfect. And a good attitude. I don't want bad attitudes in my Zumba class. Please and thank you ahead of time for that. So yes, so that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want more videos like this, let me know down below. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.